Good Friday, everyone. Welcome to Current Frequency Podcast, bringing you the waves through radical culture. My name's Corey. What's your name, lovely in pink?
I'm yours truly, Savannah Jodie.
And you already know what it is. I'm by the name of Kiani, and we're a brand new podcast. Obviously, as Corey said, bringing discussing all things current, and we'll be talking about hot topics of the week and discussions of the deep. Did you not see what I did there? Rhymed, but yeah. But basically, what I'm saying is just expect any and everything on here, and yeah.
And today we will be talking about the customer service experiences that you may get in different culture restaurants.
You may or you do get. Which one?
You may get.
You do get.
You may get. Okay. And we'll also be talking about how music influences human behaviour, people in general.
Yeah.
So
Where should we start, you lot? Should we go with the restaurants?
Now, before we start,
I'm
getting at you before we start.
Okay.
So the time now is 5:40. So before I came here,
Yeah.
I spoke to you on the phone telling you like, cool, I'll be here. 5 minutes later, I get a call. She's like, yeah, I'm working with Kiani. I'm like, huh? So I'm like, you've got I was like, so you've got an assistant.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want an assistant as well. So
okay.
how are we going to work this? Did you get that phone call as well?
yeah.
From Kiani or from the female? Can we say her name on air?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Shout out to Chloe, the lovely assistant.
Production assistant.
Productive assistant. Yeah. Okay. I need the assistant
Let's get
myself,
straight
but
into
let's
it.
just hit it. Talk to me.
Corey's
Let's
trying to
hit
drum
it.
me out already, but it's cool.
Assistant.
I want to start with like Jamaican shops. What do you lot think about Jamaican shops?
The best food in the world you get from Jamaican shops. The customer service is not great, but the best food.
Yeah, but if you're getting food of that quality, who cares about the service?
I do, because when I'm going in there, I feel like your mannerisms like jumps off on the food. If it doesn't, then it's like I won't be in the mood to eat my
But
food
do you
after
say that to them though?
No, because I'm gonna get stabbed. that's how I feel, fam. When I go in there, like I went in one shop one time, I bought food, pepper steak to be precise, and before I even walked in the shop, she just
What shop we talking about?
Nah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
What area we talking
Before
about?
they poison my food the next time I go there. But
What area?
as soon as I got there, she said, what you want? Like, hello would have been nice. Yeah, you get me? Like, at least some form of make me feel comfortable walking in the shop. It's just a straight dagger in my throat before I even order my food. That's a bit.
I think I know the shop, but I'm not gonna lie. When I go there,
Yeah.
I get greeted like, "Hello, darling." She probably has a problem with you, or she knows you or
Bruv, the woman
something.
don't know me, bro. Like,
Probably tried to move to her niece or something. But I don't know, but obviously, it depends on what shop you go in. They greet you nice sometimes. It depends on their day. Some of them don't smile and that, but it all depends on their day. But
I have this theory like customers always right regardless, innit? So don't bring your personal attitudes to the customers in shops. It's just it don't work like that.
But you're still gonna go there, and that's why
True.
they can
And you're
continue
still spending
to
your
talk
money
to
there.
you like that. Because if like people decided to boycott a restaurant
Yeah.
for bad customer service, then maybe they change. But they're not gonna change because everyone loves the food. They're still gonna go back there.
So are you basically trying to say, or what was both you and Corey trying to say, like if I had a restaurant and because my food was like top notch quality,
Yeah.
that gives me the like green light to be rude to anybody. Do you know what I mean?
No,
It's-
okay. Say for example, you had a restaurant.
Yeah.
You give top-notch foods.
Mm-hmm.
Your customers start to find that you're being a bit rude, yeah, and they give you bad reviews on
Yeah.
TripAdvisor, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they actually stop coming, so you stop making money.
Yeah.
Then you might change because you're like, my money, whatever. But
Yeah.
if you're still making money,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not gonna change.
True.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's-
Fair enough.
And that's what Jamaican restaurant. That's what they have. They have the ability to continue.
But it's not only Jamaican restaurants that have bad customer service. There's a few, and you go wait and listen.
So you,
Alright,
I went to an African shop.
Alright, cool. Let me bang this kebab shop. I'm not gonna say the name of the kebab shop. Cool. I'm 10 minutes away. I've made an order over the phone. I'm like, alright, cool. Can I have this? Blah blah blah. Yeah, boss. 2 minutes. I get there 6 minutes later. You're making my food when I get there. What's the point in me ordering it? I could have came in and ordered it myself.
True.
And then you either say
That
sorry or
happens to me
nothing.
still, that
Like
happens to me
he
still.
sees me. He knows who I am. He's like, yeah, phone order. So why are you making it when I get there?
Yeah, true.
All restaurants.
What's that, like a Lebanese place or Turkish place, isn't it?
I really can't.
All of them have
diss
the no. You're not. Don't say the name of the company, obviously. But let's be honest here. Like Lebanese and Turkish people, like when it comes to their shops, they do like as you said. Someone will make a phone order, and when you get there, they're just making the food.
Yes,
like,
it's
come on, bro.
Lebanese and Turkish, but
Yeah, like,
can't diss the shop. But as I'm saying, cool. Jamaican restaurants, they're known for their customer service being horrible. Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
So is that just a thing then? Because that's every Jamaican shop.
I've not been
don't
to
know what
every
it
single
is.
Jamaican shop, so I can't quote them on that. I'll say that, innit? Like, it just.
like that. I don't know what it is.
It's just. Is it something in their foods, fam?
Apart,
There's
apart
nothing in the food
from-
because you still name the food and go back there, innit?
Yeah, but it's not all Jamaican restaurants, because there are some restaurants that claim to have a Caribbean cuisine that aren't owned by West Indian people.
That's true. That's true.
And they have good customer service, but that's because
They come from a different background. The
Yeah,
chefs, obviously.
Yeah, that can't cook. Just saying.
True. Yeah. I was just about to name one shop, but I'm not gonna do
No,
that.
we can't do that because I go there for the cocktails and happy hour and I don't want them to kill me. But certain shops, their food is just cold and there's
All right. Have any of you lot been to like any English restaurant and you've had the same experience, or
But what's an English restaurant? In your eyes, name an English restaurant.
an English restaurant? You gotta give me two.
Name a
minutes
fast
still.
food English restaurant that you can be like, okay, cool. There isn't one really. If you're talking about restaurants like
If you think
Jamie
of
Oliver's or
if you
something,
think of
yeah.
like a fish and chip shop, like your local chippy,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
customer service.
True.
I mean, like they do ask you if you want your salt, your vinegar. They smile. They
Yeah, they
ask
give
you
it-
if you want to
yeah.
open or close, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they give
I've
you the
never had bad
They give you the
experience
corner
at
shop
chippy.
experience. Like, yeah, boss. Every minute is boss. Like,
So what do you
special.
lot think the shops that don't have manners can take from the shops that do have manners, apart from just the basic customer service skills? Because I don't think it's primarily the customer service. I don't know. I feel like the staff are all personally going through something. They just take all their anger out on the customers. That
Then you
walk in.
gotta
It's
put other
impossible.
things
It's
into
mad.
effect, like the customers that they get and how the customers act when they go in there.
Yeah.
Because certain restaurants, there's like one Caribbean store, there's no line. Like everyone just walks up.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
be
that-
there for like half an hour and people just pushing in front of you and that, just shouting out their order. So obviously you gotta remember that's obviously gonna reflect on staff how they're gonna react back to you. So it all depends on obviously how customers react to them and them reacting to them as well. But there's no excuse for it. But the food's still nice. I'm still gonna go there regardless.
Still gonna go.
Yeah, regardless.
I gotta put my pride down. I'll still go, but they need to change it, fam. I'll actually protest. I'll protest
So
for them
what
to
I-
change their. They need some form of, like, I don't know, fam. Like, I just leave Jamaican shops feeling pissed for no reason. For
So
no
what
reason.
I-
It's
So
impossible,
you leave
fam.
there feeling pissed, but then you eat the food and you're alright.
Yeah, you're fine. Big
That
smile on
don't-
your
well,
face.
Yeah, it makes up for it in a way,
But
but
do you think that in Jamaican restaurants they put more time into the food than the other restaurants to give better customer service?
definitely.
Exactly.
definitely.
So that's
Definitely.
it's just everything is just they might got to
Their
give
food.
and take. They've washed that chicken. Nando's
They've
haven't.
seasoned the
They've
chicken,
washed
let
it.
it marinate.
They've even burnt the feathers off.
So I'm
They've done
saying,
everything.
So,
go on Morley's, there's still feathers on your food and all
Exactly.
sorts.
nah, man. Nah, they need to. I'm sorry, but there needs to be
Cool,
some
they
form
need to
of,
fix up,
some
but-
form of customer service training. I'm not saying just one specific, like, obviously ethnicity, Caribbean or whatever. Like, every single shop needs to be some form of, especially the ones with no manners, like, that's all over, that they need to have some form of training. Like,
But
there's
are
no
you
training
going to
in
say
it.
it to them though? Are you going to say it to
I
them
don't
and
think-
still go back there and be safe with your food? Cool, they might say,
Cool.
yeah,
No,
don't
no,
worry,
no, I
we'll put
won't.
training. And when they see you coming, it's like, yo, my man there spitting them food. You better be careful them kind of restaurants there, Cool, I understand what you're saying, but it's sometimes you just hold your tongue and be like, all right, cool, thank you, have a good day. Then maybe they'll change in the process of you going back there,
No, I'm
but
gonna change.
They're not going to change.
I'm gonna
for
And
listen,
now that their reputation is so widely accepted, people just make jokes about it now.
yeah.
So that gives them even less of an incentive to change because everyone just accepts that for what it is.
Yeah.
I just now go into these shops expecting to be cussed. Like, how could I expect to be cussed in a shop that's selling me something that I'm paying for? That's just nuts to me. Like,
My personal experience is when I go to buy like ackee and saltfish and hard food in a restaurant, like a Jamaican restaurant,
Bro.
I don't want oil.
Hard food.
I don't want oil. Like oil just makes me feel icky. So
No,
I
but
will
you meant to
ask
tell them.
That's what I say. I'll ask
Yeah.
them, like, can you not have any oil in it? Like, can you make sure that when you're putting it in, like, we can't do that. I'm like, please, like, and then they shout no oil. And then I'm like, okay, actually, could you like write it down on a piece of paper? Like,
Yeah,
give to
just
them?
in case,
Yeah,
yeah.
just in case. And they're just giving you attitude. They're kissing their teeth. They're lifting
You're
their-
asking
This
to
is-
do
this is-
more. You're going above and beyond their job role.
nah, man. If you're like, when you work for companies like that, well, the ones that are obviously commercial, you have
Yeah.
to make the customer happy regardless of if they ask for more stuff, if they ask for less stuff, if they want no oil, as Savannah said, or they want their food fried instead of steamed. You have to do that. You can't express how you feel because the customers said, I want more of this or less of that. Like, come on, man, you don't need to pattern up, man. Nah, man.
After the podcast, we'll send an anonymous letter. Anonymous, yeah? Make sure it's...
I ain't getting poisoned for shit.
Me neither.
Anyway, that's enough for how we feel about restaurant customer
No.
services.
We got give a little 5 minutes, cause that was based about Jamaican restaurants. What about other cuisines?
Okay, fair enough.
Oh yeah,
fair enough.
Chinese.
Nah,
There's no customer service there either. When you get to the buffet, they ask
No,
you small
do you
or
know
large.
what it is with Chinese restaurants? They're kind until you give them the money. After you give
Yeah.
them the money, they're like,
the big smile, like thank you.
just
Nah.
come on, like I'm giving you my money for my food. It's a whole process. Wait until I'm leaving your shop. Like when I leave your shop, be rude as much as you want. I don't care. But you see, when you're giving me my food, fam, I'll dash it back in your face.
And then there's still the little sidelines like, are you really eating chicken? Like what you eating?
Yeah,
It's just them ones as well. It's peak,
it's true, car.
peak.
Obviously, like on social media, yeah, people actually cuss Chinese restaurants saying they're cooking dogs and rats and that.
Yeah, you never know, but I've had Chinese know why. You know?
Don't lie, I know you.
But did you see the documentary about the fact that in China they make rice out of plastic? Did you not see that?
But
It was a BBC thing. Like this is not just speculation.
No, but
This
that's
was a
becoming the
BBC
norm though.
documentary.
Like everything's basically plastic. Like half the shit you're eating is plastic. Like cheese. I've even seen.
I know
plastic
McDonald's
fish.
chips are because you can literally
Plastic,
light
yeah.
a McDonald's chip and it would like burn like
tastes good
a
though.
match.
Even the eggs are fake. Like the eggs are not like flipping eggs. Like I've seen eggs in cans at McDonald's just stocked up.
Is it?
Yeah, well, where you get eggs in cans from? It's too much.
I've never had McDonald's breakfast before. It's too early.
Personal experiences that you lot went through. Obviously, let us know. But yeah, the next topic we're going to talk about is how music influences human behavior. The music industry is a bit hot right now. What have you
There's
lot seen on the
loads.
It's
internet?
peak. It's
What's
controversial.
going on?
But I'm not gonna lie. Just pause for a second. He does look like 21 Savage. I'm not gonna lie. With a little high top,
don't
he
try
looks
to
like
throw me out.
21
I
Savage. He
see.
does.
If there was a tattoo on the forehead,
Yeah, he would.
Yeah,
he would
yeah.
pass. Where you from? What area?
Don't do
No,
that.
I'm just saying.
Hey, listen.
I don't know. I don't know personally, but they said he's from Brixton. So where you
No.
from?
no, he's
Where
from
you from?
Newham. He's from Newham.
I'm hearing
21
Newham,
Savage
I'm
is
hearing
from-
Brixton. I'm hearing Brixton Hill. I don't know. Like,
No, do you know what it was? Because obviously the internet released like a birth certificate.
Is that
And
real?
then I don't know if it's real, but that's the same birth certificate that I've got. So it looks like it could be legit.
so
Unless someone
that
in the
you've
hospital-
got, yeah.
Well, not that. no,
Okay,
you know what I mean.
It
Not
clears
that-
it up. It clears it up in my head. It clears it up. So
No, like in terms of like, obviously we're born in the UK, so
Yeah.
it's like if you've got a birth certificate, it pretty much looks the same as the one that they put on
Yeah.
the internet. So obviously reading it is saying that he's born in Newham, I think it was, if I'm correct. That's East London, no. If you're,
I just don't get why they would give him a random surname.
But yeah, even his mom, like, she
yeah,
did an
'cause-
interview and she sounds hella British.
Yeah, she sounds like
she's
them
nice, but she
typical-
sounds hella British.
So if he does get deported, obviously I'm not trying to
I just don't want to
push out bad news, but if he does come to England, do you reckon people are going to call him fake for thinking he's American, or do you think people are going to be like jumping on his bandwagon to work with him?
There's everyone's gonna be doing something because that's what everyone's like in the generation. They're either gonna want to work with him, they're
Yeah.
gonna diss you, they're
I
gonna
don't
try
wanna diss
all of
him.
this.
wanna
Like,
diss
Obviously-
that's what's gonna be.
You see the Brits are coming up in it, so I was thinking, do you reckon they might like just if he does get deported
not
within
seen-
the time, they like just put him on stage like, yeah, perform your
They'll
Brit.
put him in Top Boy. Have you not seen that flyer with the Top Boy
Oh, yeah,
flyer?
I
They're
see
trying
that,
to
I see
post
that
him.
edit
Might
still.
put him in there. Well,
I don't see what the big deal is. Like, it's not like he's coming to London. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing. We're not that bad.
yeah, we're okay.
We're all right.
True, but when someone's portraying that they're from America and it's like in your head, you've obviously
Cool,
got
but
American artists. And
Cool,
then
but
boom.
he's been there from like 11, 12.
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
Do you remember like your life from 11 or 12?
Yeah, but I think 11 or 12, he wouldn't have got the accent that he's got, especially with his mum being
British, yeah.
And he's only been there like the latter stage of his life. Look at like Kelly Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne and
They
Sharon
all live in
Osbourne.
like LA now.
Alright, so
Lived
what,
there
do-
their whole lives in the US, and they still have proper British accents.
So do I sound British?
yeah.
Because I wasn't born in Britain. I was born in Jamaica, but obviously I
But
was
what
born in
age did you come
Jamaica.
there?
12, 13. But I was living in Toronto as well. But obviously, like I can.
Oh.
So I'm
But you've
saying,
moved around. You've got like therefore it's like an international accent.
no, but when I go to Toronto, I speak Canadian though. Like I can switch it
But
up.
what's
I can switch it up.
Canadian? Canadian is basically Jamaican.
No, what do you mean it's basically
No,
Jamaican?
Canadian is like, no
It's-
disrespect to
it's
Canadians,
different.
but it's like a insurance English country, if that makes sense. Like it's a
Uh,
backup.
kind of. It just sounds very. It sounds different. It sounds different.
What, like Drake?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
but then you have
do
like the
struggle
hard,
to
the
say
stronger
certain
ones.
words in English.
Like
What's
the baddest
this?
thing is, yeah,
What's this?
I get told it's a chair.
Oh, I said it right.
No, I speak English. I get told that I'm speaking Canadian when I'm around family. Family are like, why are you not speaking English? I'm like, bro, I'm speaking English. They're like, no, you're speaking Canadian. I'm like, it's cool, whatever. Innit? Like, it comes on when I'm around family or
What about
something.
if you
that
listen
speaks
to Canadian music? What is
Not
Canadian
really.
music?
Drake.
But I think Drake's music
Justin
is kind of
Bieber.
like American pushing, like it's like
drill.
American-ish.
Yeah.
So would you say their music influences Canadians as a country? Like, does Canadians behave a certain way because of the music that's given to them? If that makes sense. Like, for example, obviously I've got Jamaican background myself in it. I always say like Jamaican music influences the behavior of Jamaican people. So like,
Yeah.
for example, you go to a Jamaican party and they're just doing the
Yeah.
maddest. Whereas if you were to go to like I wouldn't
like
say
a
funky rave.
Yeah.
You see people taking the most heaviest drugs and moving a certain way. And then,
Yeah, that's
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's to do with the music a bit, but the people you're around, your surroundings, and if you're on like drugs or all of that crap, basically. So let's take, alright, cool. Who's Canadian? Drake, Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Let's take Bieber for example. He was cool when he first came out, but then he started hanging around certain people like Little Twits from Young Money.
Yeah.
Obviously, he started doing like kind of drugs, all of that
Yeah.
crap. Obviously, he changed compared to the people he's around. I wouldn't say the music. I would say the people he was around and the influences, I would say. But yeah, I'm not there in it. I'm not him, so I really can't say what the actual facts
Yeah.
are. But I would say it's the people that.
So
you're
wait,
around.
are you basically trying to say that Justin Bieber, obviously you said Tory Lanez and Justin Bieber's from Canada, which I know, but do you think
Yeah.
they both bring different, like, they influence different people in Canada? Is that what you're basically trying to say?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I would
didn't
say
think
that,
of that.
I mean, I don't really know their names, but I used to listen to like
You know
K
who Justin
Forest. Do you know,
Bieber
like,
is?
do you know K Forest?
Never heard of them.
Canadian. There's like a whole.
Because I say I'm Canadian, don't mean I know everybody. You know, I'm low
There's
key,
like
man.
this
I'm
whole
low key.
like scene. Like, I feel like when Party Next Door blew, he kind of had this whole new school R&B vibe.
Yeah.
That I think is what's hot in Toronto. I would say at the moment is that like new school.
R&B.
Nah, it's-
Everyone's like that kind of way.
I would say Drake. When I went there, cool. Like Drake's hot. Like they listen to a lot of hip hops. Like in the clubs, like they're banging bare hip hops. Like I went there for carnival in the carnival season.
Yeah.
In like downtown Toronto, it was just like hip hop vibes. Because obviously the Americans go there and stuff. Obviously it was banging bare like American stuff. They banged a couple UK like. When I say that, cool, I live in London, they're like, cool, you know Krypton Conan, you listen to
Yeah.
6-7, like, they're just like, you know Skepta? Like, bro, I'm like, so I was like, okay.
I know
then.
it's true. That's
Bro,
that's one of the
yeah,
biggest
obviously,
stigmas in London
They
right now.
they're cultured a bit in it, like obviously I listen to all this stuff in it, but yeah, it all depends. But I would say it's half Americanized and half
Then-
like Caribbeanized.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you still got like the people that listen to Bashment Hard, like the soca people and stuff. But when
Wow.
yeah.
I didn't. That's dope. I didn't. Obviously, I've never had obviously, I know Canadians have their own music, but I didn't look into it like that. Like, but that's dope still. But back to the yardies, them, because they be,
Cool.
they be
First
flying off
Jamaican
speakers
restaurants,
and that.
now yardies.
No, don't get twisted. They're my people. My background is Jamaicans, innit? But the way them parties go down, bro, like they be flying off speakers. They be lit, bruv. The videos I see, those on top of sheds, bruv. Like I'm thinking, bro, like
But is that the music that influences that?
I think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
What-
Because the lyrical content of the song is not.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
jump
saying
off this
cool.
beat.
Go dash yourself with the speaker
Exactly.
into a girl. Like it's not saying that. I think it's just the energy it brings. 'Cause, let's say cool. Let's say you're in the club and you're just chilling. Like you're
Yeah.
hearing a genre of music that you're not used to. Like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then they started putting on some. Let's say what's that guy's name is Dagger what? what's his name? Oh, Air Force tune. So
Oh,
imagine
dig
they
that, dig.
whatever his name is,
Dig
man.
that.
I don't listen to UK music, by the way, people. I'm just letting you know, UK music's not really me. But say if they fling that on, yeah, you're gonna get gas because you're like, right, I can relate to this, I can vibe to that. But if they were playing some old school stuff like, let's say some Ed Sheeran or something, you just be like, right, I'm just gonna chill in the corner.
No, but if
I
Dig
think
That's music's playing, you're not gonna jump off. You might mosh pit or whatever, but you're not
that's
gonna
what I'm
jump
saying.
off the
But-
speaker
yeah,
of the
but
lady's
that-
legs like this.
But
I'm
is-
just
but
saying,
does
it
Dig That tell you
influences
to
you.
mosh pit?
Yeah,
In the song, they
it
say mosh
influences
pit.
you to do some madness. Start obviously going mad. Start banging. It influences you to do certain stuff.
Good point.
Cool. Jamaicans probably just take it a bit crazier. Let's say cool. All right. Let's bring Africans into a mix. When you hear Afro beats and whatever, you're doing them badnesses. Or I see man them wind up their waistline in different rotation. I'm like, nah, bro, we don't do that. Cool. Jamaicans, cool. We probably take it to another extent. But I'm just like, it's the vibes the music puts through you, innit?
Yeah, but with Jamaican music, I think that it's social media that affects this whole crazy behavior at the parties, because you see one thing, you see one person getting their XYZ set alight, and then and then the next time somebody tries to set the whole body alight, then the next time you're a ball of fire going from a speaker. Like, everyone just tries to top each other. That's like a competitive culture. Maybe between parishes,
so
I don't
basically
know.
what you're saying is the music's not influencing them to do that.
I
It's
don't,
the
even,
culture
I don't
of-
even think they're listening to the music when they're doing all this crap. I don't even think they're listening to what's going on. Anything
Nah, you
could
do.
be playing.
I've
Obviously, it's the
done.
music
of it like that, but
it's
cool.
the music
But
of their country, so
Yeah.
that's what they're used to hearing.
Yeah.
But I don't think when they go to the party, they hear a specific song and think, with that song, I'm going to do this. The music's just playing. The DJ's mostly talking over the song anyway.
No, but
It's
I do.
just-
When I hear certain tunes, I'm just like, all right, cool. I get a bit wild. Like, I've done certain stuff like pick a girl up and that to certain tunes. I'm like, cool. If this tune comes on, I'm picking your ass up. I'm just saying that. That's me in general, but I can't speak for no one else.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's me in general.
So you think it falls down to earth again? It goes back to the person just choosing to wild out when they're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all chooses when you want to wild out. Like, you just
I
get
just
that
thought it was
vibe.
some type of drug that said, "Wow, green light, go for it."
Alcohol.
No.
Alcohol.
That's
like,
mad.
having a bit of alcohol and then just hear the music and it's beating and just like,
I heard your
raw.
accent when you said alcohol. I heard it.
Draw him out.
Don't worry, don't drill me out. Let's get back to the guy that has a PA. I want one too, but that's what like a next.
Anyways,
yeah.
But a music genre that has been in the media quite a lot for potentially influencing human behaviour is drill music.
I can.
What do you think
I
about
can
drill
vouch for that.
music?
There's a lot of people that, like for example, a drill song will play. Not to name no specific songs, but some of them are talking about stab this person, shoot this person. If you
All
ain't got
lies.
you're a neat type shit. And most of these young youths, I feel like they're looking up to that. I'm not saying there's nothing. There's
Yeah, like
it influences how they move in it. Don't
Yeah.
make don't make no music influence how you move. Have your own mindset. Do what you need to do and keep it pushing. Don't make music tell you how to behave on road. Like, come on, like you got to pattern
I
up.
disagree. I don't think drill music has an influence on behaviour at
You
all.
don't think?
I think it does. I don't even listen to drill music. When I hear it, all I'm hearing is gang this, stab this,
Listen,
talking
you
about
see, like, for
O's
example,
trapping.
yeah.
Like, nah, bro. I ain't got.
Yeah, but I've
listen,
noticed from like the guys that I chill with, whatever. I've noticed that what is it? That people don't listen to music outside their own postcode.
Makes sense.
So
some
everyone is,
some people.
So-
Like,
so
don't let them
for
lie
example-
to you.
So, like for example,
Don't
if
let
you're
them
from
lie
a
to
certain area, you only listen to the music that comes from that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, some people.
Or like if you listen to the other music, you're a pagan type.
Exactly. But drill music, like drill artists say, is a reflection of their reality. And I think
Yeah.
the young people that are listening to it, I don't think it's amplifying any sort of anger that wasn't there. It's just helping them to kind of understand their reality, which might not be necessarily a good thing, but I don't think it influences their behaviour.
With you saying that though, what I've seen myself. There's people that have the best like situations. Like they've got a whole family unit, they've got everything that they need, but you just want to be bad. Like so,
Yeah.
it's like that music don't reflect your reality because
Yeah,
you don't
your
live
base-
that.
yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And then what I'm seeing a lot of people do now is making music and talking about things that they're not living.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
come on, like,
Yeah, half of them are not living what they're saying in your music.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, you see certain videos, you're in there smoking weed. Like, bro, when you start smoking weed, you're drinking lean. Like, what the fuck? like you're taking
Yeah,
it
I
from
swear
other
Future
people.
already said that he doesn't do drugs or something like that. Or someone said they don't do drugs, they just rap about it.
Yeah, probably. But at the end of the day, Future's in music videos with cups now. We don't know what's in the cup. It could be some lead.
True
But I'm
still.
just saying, cool. Certain drill artists are just doing stuff that they're copying other people, like lean. Like you're drinking lean, for instance. Obviously, you got a bag of man. You're talking about you're stabbing this, stabbing that. Bruv, we're seeing you probably on road. Like certain man I've seen on road, like walking like a normal person. In music videos, you're talking like you're unapproachable.
No,
you
it's
getting
true
dick
still.
down
I've
and
seen
that.
that as well,
Bro,
fam.
I'm seeing you
That's
walk on
very
road
true.
with probably your girlfriend or your mom and that. Like just.
Bruv, I've seen music like artists on YouTube with the biggest chains, like the coldest whips, like
Consignment.
Like, bruv, I actually see how you actually live. Like you don't live that life you put on like your YouTube, fam. You ain't got the baddest whip, so you're living up to that reality you're putting on YouTube, and then you got your fans or your supporters or whatever you want to call it, thinking that you're living this life, but with the people that actually see you, fam, on road, it's like you're in a council flat like everyone else. Come on, like pattern up, man. And that's what baffles me, because it's like on YouTube you got this like whole persona or whatever, but in real life you're walking like you put your hood on because you don't want your 140k followers to see you or something, because you know that you're not living up to that life on like in your music. Do you get what I mean? Like people need to pattern up, man. And if you don't want to fall into that, because you're only gonna look like a fool for yourself. You can't be like, keep up to what you can afford, then simple as that, or just don't do music at all. Simple.
Yeah.
Because there's good, like for example, I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I was looking up to rappers like, yeah, I want to do that, I'm trying to live that life. But now that I'm older and I see the actual reality of behind things, I don't want it. I don't want that. If I blow up, like, unfortunately, and
Saying fake it till you make it.
well,
That's what they're all doing, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Making it till they
literally,
make it.
like, and they're all getting paid for it as well. And that's what's mad, but not paid enough to keep up for the lifestyle. Nah, for real. But like, I think these UK artists as well, they're trying. I don't think they're coming with their own flow in it. But would you not say drill has changed their behavior? Because I think there is a big. I think it's just rap in it, but with just more gas on it. Do you think that drill's changed their behavior? Like, for example,
choose behaviour.
like artists, like they move more professional because they're getting more opportunities, because obviously drill's on the rise. Do you think, like back in the days, do you think if rap artists had an opportunity, they're going to be moving very professional? Like they'll shut down shows, literally. Like they'll be bringing things to shows, like what they're rapping about. But now drill artists, if they're getting booked to do an event around the corner, they're just going to do the event and cut. Do you think drill itself, because it's on the rise now, has changed their behaviors? Like, whereas in back in the days, they wouldn't have done that. Does that make sense? So like,
Yeah, I suppose like nowadays it's a genre that is to a certain extent mainstream. It gets taught. I mean, you hear people talking about drill music on like LBC or whatever. So, to a certain extent, it's a mainstream genre, and they have, if they want to make money from it, which they don't want to be faking it. If they want to actually be making money, they have to behave in a way that they're going to get booked again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if they're bringing their tools or whatever they have, they're bringing their tools to the show and waving it about, the venue manager's not going to book them again. And so, their label's not going to be very happy either, etc. So everyone just has to move more professional to make money. And obviously the music industry is not, black owned. People are not very with the culture. They're just trying to monetize these people. So if people want to be monetized, then they have to behave themselves.
it's mad how music does that though.
I would say just stop all that crap and just get a 9 to 5. Simple. Like realistically simple. Like
There's no pension in that.
music.
But, yeah.
Music comes with a risk. And if you're talking all that crap, like you're probably watching your back every single day. You ain't got no pension. Like you're pissed. Like if you want to talk and live that life, then certain men that actually talk and actually live that life will just come after you. Like look,
So true.
it's either look how much bare rap beefs, UK little beefs over. You can make a tune, yeah, and man probably don't like what you've said in that tune, and he'll come after you because of what you said in that song. That's all long, man. Just get a 9 to 5. It's just a good thing, man.
Well, yeah, man. That obviously that's been that topic. Yeah, we've been the current frequency. Let us know what you lot think about how music influences other people's behaviors. You lot might have a family member, friend, or friend that knows a friend.
Your boyfriend might be a rapper. You don't know.
Nah, for real. So yeah, just let us know what you lot think, and obviously share this on to your friends.
Peace out. So we are the current frequency, and we're out.